Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our great honor to sponsor the 10th annual Military Appreciation Night here at the ballpark as we recognize all active, reserve, and retired military personnel for their service to our country. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of our desire to honor and thank our armed service veterans, the Larks players have presented each of them with a star from an organization known as StarsForOurTroops.org. Each star was once a part of an American flag. Each one is wrapped in the following words, which we believe convey our respect and our gratitude to these outstanding individuals for their service to our country. I am part of our American flag that has flown over the USA. I can no longer fly. The sun and the winds caused me to become tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder that you are not forgotten. Veterans, please accept these stars as a token of our deep gratitude for your sacrifice and service to our nation. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce to you Alan Schmidt, a native of Ellis County. Alan is a retired U.S. Army colonel and a retired Kansas State Senator. He and his wife Ellen and son Brett live in Ellis County and own and operate Resurrection Vineyard. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Schmidt.
This evening, we are recognizing the veterans who were able to make it here to Larks Park. But I know there are many other veterans in our community, and probably even here in the stands, who couldn't make it out here onto the field. We recognize and honor them too. When we recognize veterans, we must also call out their families who have supported them in their service, many of whom ran the home front and led the family while their loved ones were either deployed or away from home for extended periods of time. To all of you who are veterans, no matter what branch you served in, or whether it was peacetime or wartime, whatever your specialty was, raising your hand and swearing an oath of service to protect your nation and to uphold the Constitution of the United States was a brave and selfless act. We honor that act of selfless service. Thanks to the Larks and the community at large here in the Heartland that has supported men and women in uniform since the cavalry days at Old Fort Hays and up to this very day. We have had successful Army National Guard units and United States Army Reserve units in Hays for over half a century. And I cannot count on both hands anymore how many times both of these great organizations have deployed overseas or in support of natural disasters right here in Kansas or other locations across the United States. So once again, thanks to the great Larks and to this community for recognizing our warriors, past and present. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Colonel Alan Schmidt. Ladies and gentlemen, we call your attention to the home plate area where we will welcome the VFW Honor Guard and a very special welcome to our World War II veterans, America's greatest generation. Representing the U.S. Army, Robert Pfeiffer. Representing the U.S. Navy, 93-year-old Ralph Engel. 95-year-old Dan Hoffman. Representing the U.S. Marine Corps, 95-year-old Harry Ostrom. And representing the United States Air Force, 95-year-old Ed Moore. And now we'd like to introduce all the remaining veterans here with us tonight at the ballpark. Please welcome, from representing the U.S. Army, Bill Zimmerman, Vicki Albrecht, Leroy Schuckman, John Klaus, Alan Gottschalk, James Bowman, Fred Weigel Jr., Doug Renard, Dennis Riedel, Leon Shoemaker, Virgil Weigel, Hans Cathers, Jim Dinkle, Kenny Dinkle, Tom Staub, Joe Pfeiffer, William Brown, David Schneider, Marvin Fisher, Jerry Hubert, Peter Unrein, John Taylor, Kurt Degenhardt, Kenneth Rockmeyer, Stan Dreiling, Morris Hurl, Jake Maska, Al Pfeiffer, Al Klaus, Leon Bright, Alan Schmidt, Jason Schmidt, Jim Tifo, Tim Wassinger, Kathy Schuckman, Robert Behrens, and Linus Behrens. And representing the National Guard, Jack Ploutz. Representing the U.S. Air Force, Joe Kretchen, Gary Albrecht, Leslie Smith, Jeff Simmons, Christy Simmons, Randy Jordan, Larry Slusser, Ed Moore, Merle McLaren, Merlin Shoemaker, Josh Gilbert, and representing the Marines, Harry Ostrom and son Harold Ostrom, and representing the U.S. Navy, Dan Hoffman, Ralph Engel, and Philip Billinger. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation with a round of applause for these individuals. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin our national anthem this evening, we'd like to mention that Dr. Larry Good, a local dentist and former USD 489 school board member and military veteran, passed away this past Saturday at age 77. We would like to observe a moment of silence for Dr. Good, as well as all veterans who have answered the great call beyond. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the vocal group Uncalled For as we honor America with our national anthem. Our thanks to the local group Uncalled For and tonight's national anthem.
are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Military Appreciation Night here at Larks Park as the Haysville Aviators and your Hays Larks are getting set to go here. 7:16 p.m., a little bit late first pitch after the Military Appreciation festivities tonight. Michael Wong is making the pitching start for the Larks here this evening. He is 2-0 with a 0.84 ERA on the summer, so he has pitched very well for the Larks here to start the season as he delivers the first pitch for a strike. Here comes his 0-1. Batter is Shea Gutierrez, and he is going to pop it up to Daryl Myers at second base. And that is how the game will begin. 1 up, 1 down for Michael Wong.
The second baseman, number 15, Jack Cuccinara.
Coming to the plate now for Haysville will be their second baseman, number 15, Jack Cuccinara. Here comes Michael Wong's first pitch. It's a fastball, misses a little bit low for ball one. Larks are in first place in the Jayhawk League with a league record of 10-4. as Wong's 1-0 is a little bit up and in. That'll even the count. Or excuse me, that will move the count to 2-0. Larks are 16-5 overall. Here comes the 2-0 from Michael Wong. Fastball misses high once again. 3 balls and no strikes to Cuccinata. Larks are a half game ahead of the Liberal BJs, who sit at 12-7. Here comes Wong's 3-0. Low ball 4, and after the pop out, that is a 4-pitch walk to Jack Cuccinata, and the Aviators have a first inning base runner.
The first baseman, number 10, Damon Nixon.
That'll bring Damon Nixon to the plate now for Haysville. The Aviators are currently sitting in 7th place with a league record of 5-12, 6.5 games behind the Larks for first place. First pitch to Nixon is fouled off, and Wong gets ahead. Here comes the 0-1 and gets Nixon all tied up there as he was a half-hearted hack at it, and he misses. No balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out in the top of the first. Aviators have a runner on first base. Here comes the 0-2 from Michael Wong. Fastball in the turf. Solomon can't find it, and that is going to allow Cuccinata to take second base. Michael has thrown 21 1/3 innings this season. Has struck out 15 to just 2 walks after that. That's a ground ball base hit, and that's going to score a run for Haysville as they're going to get an RBI single from Damon Nixon. And the Aviators strike first here in the top of the first against Michael Wong.
The right fielder, number 25, Zach Nogowski.
So a little bit of struggles here from Wong. A little shakiness to start here out in the first. A walk and then a base hit, and the Aviators are on the board as Zachary Nogowski will come to the plate for Haysville and take strike number 1 from Wong. And the 0-1 is cut on and missed, and Michael works ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. So the walk ends up hurting Wong and the Larks here in the first inning as the Aviators get the run. Just 1 away. Here comes the 0-2. Cut on, fouled off over towards the Aviators dugout. And we will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Haysville in their powder blue jerseys, gray pants, powder blue socks, white numerals with the Aviators logo on the front. Larks are in their blue jerseys tonight, camo sleeves, white numbers and letters with red trim, normal red caps, blue bills, white pants tonight for the Larks. Here comes the 0-2 from Michael Wong. Cut on and miss. Down goes Nogowski, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the first.
The designated hitter, number 24, Luke Giacchetta.
Luke Giacchetta will step in here for the Aviators. He is the designated hitter tonight for Haysville. He will dig in on the right side. Runner on first for the Aviators. They're out to a 1-0 lead as Wong's first pitch is low and away for ball 1. The 1-0 is popped into right field into that wind. Raspberry coming in. He will make the play. And that is the inning. The Aviators pick up a run on a hit. No Larks errors, and they leave one man on base. We head to the bottom of the first here at Larks Park. Haysville 1. Hayes coming to bat.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
And we're back here at Larks Park, bottom of the first inning. 1-0 Aviators. They picked up a run in the top half of the first on a base hit. Advanced to second on the ball that got away from Cole Solomon and came in to score on a hit. Ryan Randall is going to lead it off for the Larks tonight. He takes strike one from the Haysville starter, Andres Hackman. Goes to Minot State. As the 0-1 to Randall is up and away for ball one. Ryan had a very good night on Wednesday in Dodge. He was 4 for 6, including a 3-run home run, drove in 4. So a big night at the plate for Randall as he fouls that one off. One ball and 2 strikes from Hackman to Randall. Here comes the pitch. Curveball just got a piece to stay alive. Randall is hitting .380 on the summer. Here comes the 1-2. Misses for ball 2. Ryan has 1 home run, has driven in 13. 7 doubles for the lefty from Grayson Community College. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and again, Ryan's going to foul it off and stay alive. So a good AB here from the Larks leadoff hitter here in the first. Here comes that 2-2. Strike 3 called inside corner. A good pitch from Hackman gets Randall looking, and there's one away here in the bottom half of the first inning. Coming to the plate now for the Larks. Tonight's shortstop, number 2, Colby Robinson. Robinson will dig in on the right side. Here comes the first pitch from Hackman. Strike 1, outside corner. Colby was on base 3 times in the 17-11 marathon win on Wednesday night in Dodge. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Robinson. Chopper out to second base, fielded by Cuccinata. Throws on to Nixon at first in time. 2 up, 2 down for the Larks here in the bottom half of the first inning.
From the University
Coming to the plate now for the Larks, the third baseman tonight, number 16, Wyatt Divis. Wyatt is currently leading the team in batting average, hitting just a tick over 400 on the season. Here comes the first pitch. That Hackman pitch misses outside for ball one. Here comes Hackman's 1-0 to Divis, a swing and a miss on a ball that ended up in the turf, and that'll even the count at 1. Big crowd on hand here tonight at Larks Park as everybody was in for military appreciation, and mostly everybody has stayed. A lot of people. And Divis is going to foul off that 1-1 fastball, and Hackman's going to work ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes Hackman's 1-2. Fastball away, and that'll even the count on Divis, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 to Divis, ground ball sharply at Gutierrez at shortstop. He will fire across to Nixon in time. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Andres Hackman as he gets the Larks in order. We head to the second inning here at Larks Park. Aviators 1, Larks 0.
Meet me down at the ballpark where I'll be rooting for the Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Larks. Larks!
And we're back here at Larks Park, top of the second inning. 1-0 Aviators lead it over the Larks. Michael Wong back to the mound for Hayes. Nigel Williams is going to lead it off. Wong's first pitch of the inning is inside for ball 1. Here comes Wong's 1-0 pitch to Williams. There's a strike from Michael, and he evens the count. So Wong on the mound tonight. Cole Solomon is behind the plate, and then from left to right in the infield, Wyatt Divis is at third. Colby Robinson at short. Daryl Myers at second. John Rensel Jr. on first as that ball is popped up into shallow center. Matt Munoz, who is in center tonight, will come in and make the play for the first out. Clayton Raspberry is in right for the Larks, and Ryan Randall is in left. So that is the Larks defense here tonight against Haysville. Carter Cross will be the batter for the Aviators. Here comes Wong's first pitch, off speed, and Cross is way out in front, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike here to Carter Cross. Here comes Wong's delivery. Another curveball, and that one drops in and finds the zone. It's 0-2.
He settles
No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the Michael Wong pitch. Fastball grounded to Robinson at short. He fields and double pumps, fires to Rensel in time. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Coming to the plate now for the Aviators is the catcher, number 22, Byron Smith. Smith is from Point Loma Nazarene University. Here comes Michael Wong's first pitch. Popped up and out. Strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Michael Wong to Byron Smith. Curveball in there for strike 2, and it appears as if Michael has control of that curveball tonight, as he has thrown almost every single one of them for a strike here so far. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Smith. Fastball chopped over to Divis at third. He's going to make the play as he makes a strong throw to Rensel across the diamond. And that is the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Aviators here in the second. We've played an inning and a half here at Larks Park. 1-0 Aviators.
I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park, bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Haysville on top. They picked up a run in the first inning on a walk and a single. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Larks here in the second. Easton Kirk is going to lead it off against Hackman. First pitch from Hackman is in there for strike 1 on the outside corner. And Hackman's 0-1 is up the middle as Kirk reaches base with a hit. That is the Larks' first hit and base runner of the night.
Still hitting the ball well. From Benedictine College, tonight's Ace 3-liter beverage batter, the second baseman, number 9, Daryl Myers.
Coming to the plate now for the Larks, Daryl Myers. He is the beverage batter tonight for the Larks in the 5-hole. So he will come to the plate, dig in on the left side. Easton Kirk on first, nobody out for the Larks here in the second inning. Hackman's going to check on Kirk, come set, and deliver the first pitch to Darrell. Myers to the left. A sliding stop by the shortstop. He's going to have no play, and that's going to be an infield single for Daryl Myers. Reduced price beverages.
It's going to cost the sponsor a lot of money tonight.
For the Larks.
Reduced price on all beverages the remainder of this half inning, thanks to Daryl Myers.
So Myers is aboard with an infield single, and John Rensel Jr. will come to the plate. John has been on base 13 times in the last 3 games, so he has been on an absolute tear here as of late. Back-to-back singles to lead off the inning for the Larks, and they're in business here in the second. Here comes the first pitch to John. Fastball in there for strike 1, outside corner. Here comes the 0-1 to Rensel. Up and out as Hackman's breaker misses, and that'll even the count at 1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Hackman to Rensel. Another breaker, and again, he loses it a little bit as that one sails up and away. And John is ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch to John Rensel Jr. Fastball fouled back into the netting. And the count is even once again, 2-2. Easton Kirk leads from second, Daryl Myers from first, as they both singled here to start the Larks' second inning, trailing the Aviators 1-0. Here in game number 1 of a 3-game weekend series between Hayes and Haysville. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball lined into left field, but that one is foul and out of play over there over the Larks dugout, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 once again from Hackman. Fastball misses low, and John has worked the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here for the Larks in the second. Rensel ready for the pitch. Fastball line into left field down the line. That's fair and all the way to the wall. Kirk is going to score easily. Myers is being waved home from third. Here comes the throw in. There will be no throw at the plate. That's a 2 RBI double for John Rensel Jr. And the Larks take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the second.
From Grayson College, the right fielder, number 15, Clayton
Raspberry will come to the plate now for the Larks. He will dig in on the left side as well. Strike number 1 as Clayton looks back at the home plate umpire, and he is giving that outside very generously here in the early going. No balls and a strike. Here comes the 0-1 to Clayton. Strike number 2, again, same spot. Here comes the 0-2. Raspberry's going to chop it to Cuccinata at second. He will fire across to Nixon. And there's one away as John Rensel moves to third base.
From the University of Texas at Arlington, the catcher, number 3, Cole.
Coming to the plate now for the Larks is going to be the catcher tonight, number 3, Cole Solomon. They'll dig in on the left side as well. 3 straight lefty hitters for the Larks. John Rensel Jr. leads from third base, one away here in the bottom of the second. Here comes the first pitch to Cole. Strike one on the outside corner. Well, it's not really on the corner, but it's given a strike here so far. He's been consistent with it, but that does not mean it is over the plate. Here comes the 0-1 from Hackman. And that one is too far outside. And the count is even at 1 here to Solomon. He is the number 8 hitter batting in the second inning. Here comes the 1-1 from Hackman. Curveball inside. That one misses. Scoots by the catcher Smith, but not far enough for Rensel to think about coming down from third. So Cole works ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike here on Andres Hackman. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Up and out, and Solomon works ahead, 3 balls and 1 strike. Three balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss as Solomon chases that fastball on the outer half, and the count is now full. Here comes the payoff pitch to Cole Solomon. Swing and a miss. Down he goes on strikes. And that is the second out of the inning for Hackman. That'll bring Matt Munoz to the plate now for the Larks.
From Abilene Christian, the center fielder, number 6, Matt Munoz.
Munoz will dig in on the left side as well. Here comes the first pitch to Matt, fouled off out of play to the left. And it is 0-1. So the Larks, every hitter this inning has been left-handed, as the only righty in the lineup tonight is Colby Robinson. And I guess Cole Solomon is a switch hitter, but technically he's a lefty, at least tonight anyway. Here comes the pitch to Munoz. That one misses high, and the count is even at 1-1. Matt's back in. Hackman's ready again. Here comes the 1-1. Catching the top part of the zone. Hackman's fastball, and he works ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Munoz. 2 away for the Larks, bottom of the second inning. John Rensel Jr.'s 2-run double gave the Larks a 2-1 lead here in the second. As Hayes is trying to get one more. Here comes the pitch to Munoz. Swing and a miss. Down goes Matt, and the inning is over, but the Larks pick up a pair of runs on 3 hits. No Haysville errors, and they leave 1 man on base. We have played 2 innings here in Hayes at Larks Park. Your Hayes Larks lead the Aviators 2-1.
Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
Top of the third inning here in Larks Park. 2-1, Larks on top after the John Rensel Jr. 2 RBI double. Back in the bottom of the second, Michael Wong is going to make his way back to the mound for the Larks. Garrett McCarthy is going to lead it off. 9-1 and 2 due up for Haysville here in the third. Here comes Wong's 0-1. Lofted into right field. Raspberry is in. He's going to make the play. 1 up, 1 down for Michael Wong here in the third. That'll turn the lineup card over for the Aviators. We go back to the top.
Top of the batting order for Haysville, the shortstop, number 1, Shea Gutierrez.
Shea Gutierrez back to the plate for Haysville. He is 0 for 1. Here comes the first pitch from Wong. Ground ball over Divis into left field, and that is going to be a 1-out single for Gutierrez here in the third. Jack Cuccinata comes back to the plate. He walked back into the top of the first, ended up advancing to second after the ball got away from Solomon and then scored on a single to right field by Nixon. Here comes Michael Wong's first pitch. Strike number 1 as he delivers that curveball in the zone yet again. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And another strike from Wong is just really had a brief struggle there as he threw 4 straight balls to Cuccinata the last time up, but since then he has been all around the strike zone. Here comes the 0-2. Soft chopper, going to be a tough play for Divis. He's in with field, makes a throw in time, and he got Cuccinata at first base. And there are 2 outs here in the third as Shea Gutierrez advances to second base. Damon Nixon back to the plate. He is 1 for 1, had that RBI single back in the top of the first to give the Aviators the lead. That was short-lived as the Larks took that right from them in the bottom half of the second. Here comes the first pitch from Michael Wong. That one misses low and in, ball 1 to Nixon. Wong gets his sign from Solomon. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Lined foul over there behind the Aviators dugout. And the count is even at 1.
Number 27, Jared Martin. Number 29, Connor Blomster. And number 30, Austin Thomason.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Nixon as Wong resets, gets his sign. Here comes that 1-1 pitch. And that one is low and in the turf, ball 2. Aviators with a runner in scoring position here in the top of the 3rd. Here comes Michael Wong's 2-1 to Nixon. Fastball misses low, and Michael has fallen behind 3 balls and a strike. The cleanup hitter, Zachary Nogowski, waits on deck for Haysville. Here comes Wong's 3-1 delivery. Fastball swung on and missed there by Nixon. And Michael comes back and works the count full. Here comes that payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Michael Wong comes back to get Damon Nixon. And that is the inning for the Aviators in the top half of the 3rd. No runs on a hit, no Larks errors. They leave 1 man on base. We head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning here in Hayes. Larks on top of the Aviators. It's 2-1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we are back here at Larks Park, bottom of the 3rd inning. Top of the batting order to the plate. Ryan Randall's going to dig back in. He is 0 for 1, struck out in the 1st as he takes ball 1 away from Andres Hackman. Here comes the 1-0 from Hackman to Randall. Popped up into left field. That one is going to be out of play. And the count is even at 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 to Ryan. Inside. And now Ryan works ahead, 2 balls and a strike here on Hackman to begin the 3rd. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Larks, 1 run on 2 hits for the Aviators. No errors or either side here so far tonight. Here comes the 2-1. That's a strike to Randall, and Hackman works the count even at 2-2. Here comes that 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Randall, and there are one away here in the bottom of the third.
The shortstop, Colby Robinson.
Colby Robinson to the plate now for Hayes. Colby is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman, Cuccinata, and that is going to be a hit by pitch as Robinson is drilled, and he's going to advance on down to first base. So that is the third time here in about the last 12 innings that Colby Robinson has reached base because of a hit batter, and twice on Wednesday night in Dodge on that left arm. So I'm sure that's not the way Colby wants to be reaching base, but he's on base nonetheless. As Wyatt Divis comes to the plate here for Hayes. One out in the bottom of the third. One man on.
You have to get that boy a suit of armor.
As Hackman's now going to check on Robinson over there at first, who's back safely. Here comes the first pitch to Divis, and that one misses up and away. Ball one. Larks looking to extend their lead in the Jayhawk League here with a win tonight. Liberal is not in action. They play tomorrow. They've had the last 3 days off. Here comes the 1-0, and that one is in there for strike one. Liberal will be at home tomorrow night, taking on the Dodge City A's down at Brent Gould Field. Neither team is in action today. They are both idle. The rest of the Jayhawk League is in action. Larks and Aviators here at Larks Park tonight. Derby is at home against the Oklahoma City Indians. And the El Dorado Broncos are in Great Bend taking on the Batcats. So 5 of the 7 in action tonight. Here comes the 1-1 to Wyatt Divis. Oh, and now they got Robinson in a rundown. He is just going to go to second, slide. He is out. As they were working Robinson over there time and time again, and they finally got him going to second. So 2 outs now for the Larks as the count remains 1-1 to Wyatt Divis. So Wyatt's back in on the left side. Here comes the pitch from Hackman. Popped up and out of play over to the left. And it's 1-2.
For foul balls when you return to JoJo or to Jen at the Larks Nest, courtesy of the Hayes Police Department.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Wyatt Divis. Line into right center field. That's a base hit to the gap. It's going to be cut off by the right fielder as Wyatt's going to try and stretch it, and the throw is high, and Wyatt is out. Oh, whoa. And he is called out, and the crowd did not like it, and I'm not so sure that I liked it either, as Wyatt looked like he got in there, but it appears as if he did not. So that is the inning. 2 of the 3 outs for the Larks are made on the base paths. As they are done in the third. We move to the fourth here at Larks Park. Hayes Larks on top of the Aviators 2-1. Top of the fourth inning here at Larks Park, 2-1. Hayes on top of Haysville. Michael Wong back to the mound for the Larks. Zachary Nagalski is going to lead it off, and the count is 1-1 strike. Here comes that 1-1 from Michael Wong. Swing and a miss by Nagalski, and Michael is ahead, 1-2 strikes. And this is probably, well, not probably, this is without a doubt the biggest crowd of the season here so far at Larks Park. It is pretty full. Here comes the 1-2 to Nagalski, fouled off. Count will remain 1-2, easily over 1,000 people here at the ballpark tonight. So a big, big crowd at the ballpark watching the Hayes Larks take on the Aviators. Here comes the 1-2 again from Michael Wong. Curveball just a bit high, and the count is even at 2. Here comes that 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Nagalski, and there's one away here in the top of the fourth.
The designated hitter, number 24, Luke Giacchetta.
Luke Giacchetta back to the plate now for Haysville. He is 0 for 1, flied out to Raspberry in right field back in the first. Here comes Michael Wong's first pitch. Strike number 1 as he gets the fastball in there. So we know if Michael Wong settles in, he will be borderline untouchable, as he has been very good here this season as he went his last start Friday night down in Derby. He faced the minimum through 8 1/3 innings. Did give up 2 singles, but got the help of a caught stealing and a double play to help him face the minimum, and the Larks would go on to win that game 2-0 in 11 innings on Saturday evening after the game was suspended in the 11th because of rain on Friday night. But Michael got the no decision in that one, but he was very strong last Saturday night. Here comes the 1-2 to Giacchetta. Strike 3 called. Down goes Luke Giacchetta, 2 away here in the top of the fourth.
The third baseman, number 9, Nigel Williams.
That'll bring Nigel Williams to the plate now for Haysville. Wong taking his time, steps back onto the rubber. He's going to work from the windup. Here comes the first pitch to Williams. Drilled out to right center. It's going to be held up a little bit in the wind, but not enough, as it's going to get down in front of Raspberry. He's going to play it off the wall, make a strong throw to second. It is a little bit past the bag and short, and that is going to be a 2-out double for Nigel Williams. And the Aviators are going to put a man in scoring position here in the fourth.
The left fielder, number 7, Carter.
That'll bring Carter Cross back to the plate for Haysville. He is 0 for 1, grounded out to Robinson at short in the second. He will dig in on the right side to face the righty Wong. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball chopped off the plate. It's going to be Rensels, and they are going to get him on the tag. And that is the inning. Nice job there by John to field and stretch over to get the tag to retire the Aviators. No runs on a hit, no Larks errors, 1 man left on base. After 3.5 innings here at Larks Park, your Hayes Larks are leading the Aviators 2-1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning here at Larks Park as Easton Kirk is going to lead it off, and he swings at the first pitch, and it is just foul past first base. It is 0-1. Andres Hackman back to the mound for Haysville. 2-1 Larks on top. Here comes the 0-1. A fastball misses away. That'll even the count. The 1-1 catches the corner, and Easton is down 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Kirk is going to chop that one on the infield to the second baseman, Cuccinata. He's going to have to hurry. He can't make the play. And Easton Kirk is aboard. That is a leadoff single for Kirk. Here in the fourth, he is 2 for 2.
The second baseman, tonight's Ace Street Liquor Beverage batter, Daryl Myers.
Coming to the plate now for the Larks, the second baseman, number 9, Daryl Myers. He is the beverage batter, and he is 1 for 1. He singled on the infield his first time up, and the fans are looking for more reduced price beverages as he swings through a Hackman fastball. And it's 0-1, and the line at the beer stand, the Larks Nest, is already about 15 to 20 deep, just anticipating. They're going to try and be the first ones in line. Here comes the 0-1. Myers is going to foul it out of play, and Hackman quickly works ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Daryl Myers. Swing and a miss. Down goes Myers, and there's 1 out here in the fourth. That'll bring John Rensel Jr. back to the plate now for Hayes. He's 1 for 1. He doubled in a pair down the left field line back in the second inning. That is 4 strikeouts for Andres Hackman through 3 1/3 here tonight at Larks Park. Here comes Hackman's first pitch to Rensel. Inside, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 to Rensel. And now they're going to throw over to first base, and they just about had Kirk leaning towards second there as he is back safely. Here comes the 1-0 to John. Swung on and fouled off, and that'll even the count. Here comes the 1-1 to John. Fastball away, and Rensel works ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Clayton Raspberry on deck for the Larks, who have a base runner here with 1 out in the 4th. Holding on to that 2-1 lead, looking to extend. Here comes the pitch from Hackman. And again, Rensel's going to foul it off, and that'll even the count at 2. Here comes the 2-2. Upstairs goes the fastball from Hackman, and John has worked the count full. As we are exactly 1 hour into tonight's game, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Got started about 15 minutes late because of the pregame military appreciation night festivities. Kirk still leads from first. Here comes the payoff pitch to Rensel. Fastball lined into left field, right at the left fielder Carter Cross, who's going to take a few steps to his left and put it away, and there are 2 outs. The ball was hit hard by John, but just not quite into that gap out in left center field. Clayton Raspberry is going to come to the plate here for Hayes. 2 outs, 1 man on base in the bottom of the 4th. Clayton's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman Cuccinata back in the 2nd inning. Here comes Hackman's first pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and now Hackman's going to again spin and check on Kirk over there at first, who's back safely. As Easton's going to take a few steps off the bag, and again, Hackman's going to throw across, and power threat, definitely. Base stealing threat, not as much for Kirk. I don't think Easton has a stolen base on the summer, but the Aviators are going to keep him close anyway. Here comes the 1-0 to Raspberry. Off speed, catches the corner, and the count is even. Here comes the 1-1 to Clayton. Lined foul out of play over to the left, and it's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 from Hackman. Raspberry lines it into center, but it is played perfectly by Garrett McCarthy, who was in and shaded over towards left field. So Raspberry hits it hard, a little bit off the end of the bat. It is caught by McCarthy, and that is going to be the inning. No runs on a hit, no Haysville errors, and 1 man left on base. We have played 4 innings here tonight at Larks Park. Hayes Larks on top of the Aviators 2-1.
Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad.
Top of the 5th inning here at Larks Park. Michael Wong back to the mound for Hayes as he gets a swing and a miss for strike one on Byron Smith, who will lead it off for the Aviators. He's going to swing through another one, way off balance there. And Michael is quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. So Smith is going to dig back in on that right side. Here comes the 0-2 from Wong. Ground ball foul past the Aviators' third base coach, and it count will remain no balls and 2 strikes.
Do this end of 6 giveaway. I've got this thing, end of 6, so you have to find out. In the middle of 6, I can't do end of 6.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch once again from Michael Wong.
Well, I'm saying,
Popped up to the right. That one's going to make its way out of play. And we will do it again at 0-2.
I got middle of 7 covered, I got end of 6
So
covered.
Smith trying to put up a fight here against Wong after falling behind 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Down he goes. Wong gets him chasing on a curve away. 1 up, 1 down for Wong in the 5th.
There's the Garrett McCarthy.
That'll bring the center fielder Garrett McCarthy back to the plate now for the Aviators. He is 0 for 1. Flight out to Raspberry in right, back in the 3rd. Michael Wong has 5 strikeouts here so far tonight.
He's got 4 in the last 2 innings. 3 innings.
Here comes the first pitch to McCarthy. Strike 1 as Michael drops a curve right in there. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Michael Wong. Another curve. That one he lost a little bit as it stayed high. And that'll even the count. And the 1-1 from Wong. Off speed once again. Another strike. And he's ahead of McCarthy. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Michael working quickly, and McCarthy's going to step out and take time, try and slow down Michael just a little bit. Here comes that 1-2. And that off-speed misses away, and McCarthy evens the count at 2.
Yeah, let's do that. If we have to do it this way, but if it
Here comes the 2-2. Lined foul over there into the netting behind the Aviators dugout. And the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 from Wong. Swing and a miss. Down goes Garrett McCarthy. Back-to-back strikeouts for Michael Wong here in the top of the 5th.
for the Aviators, the shortstop number 1, Shea Gutierrez.
Shea Gutierrez back to the plate now for Haysville. He is 1 for 2, singled in the 3rd. Here comes Michael Wong's first pitch. And that one is grounded foul by Gutierrez over there to his 3rd base coach. And it is 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 from Wong. Grounded up the middle. Tough play for Robinson. Can't make it as that ball is going to squirt past Robinson on the dive into center field, and that's a 2-out base hit for Shea Gutierrez. And the Aviators are going to put a man on base here with 2 outs in the 5th. So Jack Cuccinata back to the plate now for Haysville. He is 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the 1st, and he also grounded out to Divis at 3rd. Here comes Wong's first delivery. Fouled straight back, or strike number 1. Wong's ready. Here comes his 0-1, and now he's going to check on Gutierrez at first base, who's back safely. Here comes Wong's 0-1. There goes the runner. Here comes the throw from Solomon. He double pumps, and that one is left of the bag. Gets by Myers, but Robinson is able to corral it, backing him up, and that's going to be a stolen base for Shea Gutierrez. And Haysville puts a man in scoring position here in the 5th, as I believe that pitch missed for a ball to even the count at 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Jack Cuccinata. Has a chance to tie the game here. The tying run is out there at 2nd. Here comes the pitch from Wong. Upstairs, ball 2.
You can open that rest of that window if you see that.
Here comes Wong's 2-1. And that one misses out as well, and now Michael has fallen behind Cuccinata. 3 balls and a strike. Here in a 5th that started out with back-to-back strikeouts. It looked like it was going to be a very quick and painless inning for Wong, but a base hit and a stolen base has put the tying run at 2nd base, and Aviators are threatening here in the 5th inning. As Wong is behind 3-1 to Cuccinata. Here comes the pitch. Curveball. Not sure where that one missed. Had to be inside, and that is a walk to Jack Cuccinata. That is his 2nd walk of the night. And Haysville now has a pair of base runners. Damon Nixon to the plate. Now for Haysville here in the 5th. He's 1 for 2. RBI single back in the 1st, and he struck out in the 3rd. He will dig in on the left side. Wong looking to keep the Larks' lead intact. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss from Nixon, and it is 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 from Michael Wong. Grounded foul past first base. And Nixon is behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 from Wong. Curveball got him swinging, and that is the inning. Michael Wong strikes out the side here in the top of the 5th. We've played 4.5 here at Larks Park. 2-1, Larks lead the Aviators.
I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be Join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park. Bottom of the 5th inning, Cole Solomon's going to lead it off against Andres Hackman. He takes ball 1 outside. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Solomon, again outside, and Cole is ahead 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Hackman to Solomon. Outside again, 3-0 here to begin the 5th. Solomon is 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, and that one misses low. It is a 4-pitch walk to Cole Solomon to begin the Larks' 5th.
The center fielder, Matt Munoz.
That'll bring Matt Munoz to the plate now for Hayes. Cole Solomon leads from first. Nobody away here in the 5th. Larks on top, 2-1. Here in game number 1 of a 3-game set between the Haysville Aviators and the Larks. Here comes the first pitch to Matt. As he's going to square to bunt. He gets it down. Hackman's going to get turned around. He's going to have only one play, and that's going to be to first base, where he makes it. That will get Solomon to second base on the sac bunt there by Munoz, and there's 1 out. But the Larks have a runner in scoring position.
The left fielder, Ryan Randall.
That'll flip the lineup card over for the Larks. Ryan Randall comes back to the dish. He is 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts for the lefty leadoff hitter tonight. Here comes the first pitch of the AB from Andres Hackman. Randall swings. There goes the bat into the Haysville dugout. And they throw it back onto the field as they had to get out of the way. That could have hurt somebody flying into the dugout over there, but all the Haysville players got out of the way. It did not hit anybody, so we are all good as the count is no balls and a strike to Ryan Randall. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And Ryan's going to take strike 2.
Everybody clap your hands.
So no balls, 2 strikes here to Ryan Randall, Larks leadoff hitter. Looking to put something in play here and potentially get a run in for the Larks. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. And Ryan Randall is down for the third time tonight on strikes. And there are 2 outs.
The shortstop, Colby Robinson.
Colby Robinson's going to come to the plate now for Hayes. The only right-handed hitter. He is 0 for 1. Reached base on a hit by pitch, but was caught stealing. Here comes the first pitch from Andres Hackman, who is throwing the ball very well tonight for the Aviators. Here comes the first pitch. Off the third baseman's glove. He's going to have to hurry. He's not going to have a play. That is a infield base hit for Colby Robinson. And he is going to keep the inning alive. They now have runners on the corners. That'll bring Wyatt Divis to the plate now for the Larks. 2 outs in the 5th. Hayes is threatening here to add a run to the lead.
The third baseman.
Here comes the first pitch from Hackman to Divis. And Wyatt's going to foul it off into the net, and it is 0-1. See if Colby tries to take second here and get another runner into scoring position. Here comes the 0-1 to Wyatt. Up and out. Hackman's fastball misses, and that'll even the count at 1. One ball, 1 strike. Here to Wyatt Divis. Pair of Larks on base, runners on the corners. Here comes the pitch from Andres Hackman. Inside. Ooh, strike 2. Just caught the inside corner. Here comes the 1-2 from Hackman to Divis. And Wyatt's going to foul that one off to the left, out of play. And he's going to see at least one more pitch. Here comes the 1-2 again. Strike 3 is called on the outside corner, or off the outside corner, and that is the inning. So the Larks put a runner in scoring position, but they cannot bring him across, and that is how the 5th will end. We head to the 6th here at Larks Park. Larks 2, Aviators 1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark where I'll be rooting for the Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Larks. Larks! I'll be rooting for the Larks. I can't.
Top of the 6th here at Larks Park as Michael Wong gets a one-pitch out there from Zachary Nogowski as he grounds it to Divis, who makes a good throw to Rensel. And there's one quick out here in the 6th. That'll bring Luke Giacchetta back to the plate. First pitch misses for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 to Giacchetta. Swung on and missed, and that'll even the count at 1. Here comes the 1-1, a curveball in there for strike 2. The 1-2 is grounded right back to Wong, who's going to take it himself and then just step on the bag. And there are 2 away here in the top of the 6th. So Wong looking for that quick inning, and he has once again retired the first 2 Aviators very quickly. We'll see if he can get the 3rd this time, as thought we were going to have a quick inning last time after Wong retired the first 2, but Haysville put together a little bit of offense and threatened before Wong shut them down. So Nigel Williams back to the plate now for Haysville. He's getting ready for the first pitch from Michael Wong. That's a curveball, and that's a strike. That's pretty much just a given. If he has thrown a curveball tonight, it has pretty much been a strike every time. Here comes Wong's 0-1. Another curveball. Oh. So he's giving that outside corner when there's a lefty at the plate, but when there's a righty, he's not giving the same part. As that one is looped into right field, that's going to get down in front of Clayton Raspberry, and Haysville has a 2-out base runner. That'll bring Carter Cross back to the plate here for the Aviators.
Carter Cross.
He is 0 for 3, or 0 for 2, excuse me. Here comes the first pitch, grounded, diving stop by Myers, the throw in the turf, but John Rensel makes a nice scoop, and that is the inning. So a nice play by Darryl Myers, a little help from John Rensel. And we are through 5.5 here at Larks Park. Larks 2, Aviators 1.
Wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Larks. Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Larks. Larks! Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out of.
And we're back here at Larks Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Hayes Larks on top of the Aviators, 2-1. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Hayes. Easton Kirk's going to get us started. He's going to face Andres Hackman, who is throwing the ball very well tonight for the Aviators. First pitch swinging from Kirk, lined over the left fielder's head, cross to the wall. Kirk's going to round first. He's going to have to hustle. He is in there, safe at second base. A lead-off double for Easton Kirk, and the Larks are in business here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That was a very strong throw from the left fielder, cross off the wall. He almost got Kirk at second, but Easton was able to slide in just ahead of the tag. And the Larks have their leadoff man in scoring position. Here in the 6th. So Daryl Myers will come to the plate now for Hayes. He is 1 for 2. Had an infield single back in the 2nd inning. He will dig in on the left side here to face Hackman. Larks trying to extend their 1-run lead here in the 6th inning. Good spot to do it. Leadoff man Easton Kirk on second base after the double. There comes the first pitch to Myers. Strike number 1. Daryl's going to dig back in. Here comes the 0-1. Myers is going to foul that one back into the screen. A good hack by Daryl, but he is down 0-2 here to Hackman. John Rensel Jr. waits on deck. Nobody up for the Aviators in their bullpen. However, the Larks do have a pair of arms warming up in their pen. No balls and 2 strikes to Daryl Myers. Here comes the pitch from Hackman. And another good swing there by Myers as he fouls that one back again. And the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Looking to extend the Larks' lead here in the bottom of the 6th as they are clinging to a 1-run lead as they did for a long time on Wednesday night in Dodge before pulling away in the top of the 9th. So they would love to pick up a run or 2 here in the 6th. Here comes the 0-2 again to Myers. And again, Daryl fouls it straight back into the netting. Daryl's going to dig back in, still 0-2. Easton Kirk leads from second base. Here comes the pitch from Andres Hackman. And now he's going to step off. Here comes the 0-2. And again, Myers is going to foul it off, out of play this time. Good at bat here by Daryl to fight off pitches at 0-2, and he's going to see another 0-2 here from Hackman. Here comes the 0-2 again. Up and out, and that is ball 1 to Myers. looking to at least get Kirk from second to third here with this AB, if not a little bit more. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to Myers. Off speed, a little bit low, and the count is even at 2. Hackman's ready. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Daryl Myers. And again, Daryl's going to foul it off and out of play. So Myers is putting together a really good at-bat here for the Larks. See if he can reward himself for it and finish it off with a hit and a probable RBI. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And again, Myers is going to foul it off.
Everybody clap your hands.
So this AB is going to go at least 10 pitches here to Myers. And now the catcher, Byron Smith, is going to trot out and have a word with his pitcher, Andres Hackman. Still nobody up for the Aviators in their bullpen. They're going to ride Hackman here in the 6th. Here comes the 2-2 once again to Daryl Myers. And again, Myers is going to foul it out of play. So what an at-bat here, as Hackman just continues to pound the zone and Daryl just continues to foul off pitches looking for one he likes. Here comes the 2-2 once again. Curveball upstairs, ball 3, and the count is now full. So from 0-2 to 3-2 with about 8 foul balls in between. Here comes the payoff pitch to Myers. And he fouls it off out of play to the left, and will do it again. Here comes the payoff pitch to Myers once again from Hackman. And he fouls it off once again.
Wiping his brow.
So this AB is taking a very long time, as we got to be pretty close to 15 or 16 pitches here in this at-bat to Myers. I haven't kept track. I mean, he's fouled off at least 8 or 9 balls, and the count is full. So we got to be up around 15 pitches here from Hackman to Myers. Payoff pitch coming again. Ground ball into right field. That's a base hit for Daryl Myers. Easton Kirk's going to be held at third, and after the 15th or 16th pitch of the at-bat, Daryl Myers grounds one into right field, and he is rewarded for a marvelous at-bat. And the Larks have runners on the corners here with nobody out in the 6th. And that is once again reduced price beverages for the crowd here at Larks Park. And now they are going to have a mound visit here with Hackman, and that'll give us a chance to quickly run through and give a quick thank you to the Diamond Club stream sponsors for the Larks, Robin and Mike Myers, Santiago and Nilda Munoz, and John and Sally Rensel. Thank you so much for your generous contribution to Hayes Larks baseball, and more importantly, the streaming of each and every game live. If you would like to contribute to the Larks Diamond Club, just contact the Hayes Larks. They will gladly take any donation, and just let them know if you would like that donation to go towards the live streaming of games. So thank you once again to the Myers, Munozes, and Rensels for their generous contribution towards Larks baseball. So after the mound visit, John Rensel's going to step to the plate. Runners on the corners, nobody out, and he's swinging at the first pitch, and he fouls it off out of play. Here comes the 0-1 from Hackman to Rensel. Liner into left field. That's fair down the line. Kirk's going to score easily. Myers is rounding for second. He's going to be in there at third. That's an RBI double for John Rensel Jr. It's 3-1 Hayes here in the 6th inning. All 3 RBIs to John Rensel here so far tonight. That'll bring Clayton Raspberry to the plate here for Hayes. Nobody out, still in the 6th.
He's got 3 hits. No, 2 hits.
Here comes the first pitch to Clayton Raspberry. A pair of base runners in scoring position for the Larks. One man already across, still nobody out as they're going to try and pull away from the Aviators here in the 6th. As there is definitely action up now for Haysville in the bullpen as the first pitch to Raspberry missed for ball 1. Here comes that 1-0 to Clayton. Ground ball right at third base, and they're going to get Myers at third base. And there's 1 out, so that's a fielder's choice for Raspberry, and not really anything that you can do there if you're Daryl Myers, as he had no chance to get back to the bag. Took his secondary lead, and the ball was bounced to Williams, who was playing in at third base, and
To hold the runner, you know.
just a perfect storm there, and Daryl is out number 1 at third base. So Raspberry's going to reach on the 5 unassisted fielder's choice, and that'll bring Cole Solomon to the plate here for the Larks. Still a pair of base runners on. Here comes the first pitch from Hackman to Solomon. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Hackman to Cole. Into right field, that is down, a base hit. They are going to hold John Rensel at third base, and that hit from Cole Solomon's going to load the bases for the Larks here in the 6th inning. A big opportunity here for Matt Munoz and the Larks to put some space between themselves and Haysville here in the bottom of the 6th. Rensel is on third, Raspberry on second. Solomon on first for the Larks, one away in the 6th. Matt is 0 for 1, struck out in the 2nd inning and sacrifice bunted in the 4th. Here comes the first pitch from Hackman. Ground ball. This is a chance for 2, and they're going to have no play but to first. It is fair, so that's going to be an RBI fielder's choice for Matt Munoz. Add another one here for the Larks. It is 4-1. That will bring the top of the order, Ryan Randall, back to the plate for the Larks. He is 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts for the leadoff hitter Randall against Hackman. 2 men still in scoring position. Larks have added 2 here in the 6th. Here comes the first pitch to Ryan. Fastball up the middle. That one is going to be a tough play. And it is made by the second baseman, Jack Cuccinata. A good play to field behind the bag and make the throw across his body to first. And that is the inning. However, the Larks add 2 runs on 4 hits, no Haysville errors, and they leave 2 men on base. We have played 6 here at Larks Park in Hayes. Larks on top of the Aviators. It is 4-1.
Big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. Larks. Hayes Larks.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park, top of the 7th inning. New pitcher for the Larks is going to be number 20, Toby Scholes. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Aviators. Byron Smith is going to lead it off. It's 1 and 1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, inside and low, ball 2 from Scholes. Scholes, the lefty from the Colorado School of Mines. Here comes the 2-1 from Scholes, grounded foul. And the count is 2 and 2. Here comes Toby's 2-2 pitch. Here to Byron Smith. Fly ball center field. In comes Matt Munoz. He will call off. Ryan Randall make the play. 1 up, 1 down for Scholes here in the top of the 7th. Coming to the plate now for Haysville is going to be the center fielder, Garrett McCarthy. He is 0 for 2, flied out to Raspberry and right, and struck out. So another right-handed hitter for Haysville to face the lefty Scholes. Here comes Toby's first pitch to McCarthy, fouled off for strike number 1. And here comes the 0-1 pitch from Toby. Swing and a miss, a good curveball there from Scholes. And he has McCarthy down quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes Toby's 0-2 pitch. Into the dirt for ball number 1. So Michael Wong tonight goes 6 innings. He gives up 1 run on 5 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 7. So a good night for Michael Wong yet again. And he continues to turn in quality start after quality start for the Larks. Here comes the 1-2. That one is away. And that'll even the count at 2 and 2. Top of the order due up next for Haysville. Shea Gutierrez scheduled to hit for Haysville. 2 and 2 count here on Garrett McCarthy. 1 out for Scholes and the Larks. Up the middle off the mound. That's going to be a base hit into center field. And the bottom of the order is aboard here for Haysville in the 7th.
Top of the batting order for Haysville, the shortstop, number 1, Shea Gutierrez.
That'll bring the top of the order, Shea Gutierrez, to the plate now for Haysville. Larks on top, 4-1. Here in the 7th inning. Swing and a miss from Gutierrez, and the count is no balls and a strike. Here comes the 0-1. There goes the runner. There won't be a throw. And that is a stolen base for Garrett McCarthy. And Haysville has another runner in scoring position, this time in the 7th with 1 out. One ball, one strike here to Gutierrez from Toby Scholes. He's ready. Here comes the pitch. Popped up and out. Out ball 1-2. Toby's ready. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Up and out, and the count is even at 2. Scholes gets his sign from Kirk behind the dish. He's ready. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Gutierrez. Fly ball. Robinson is out into shallow left field. He's going to make the play, and there are 2 away here in the 7th inning.
Attention, please. Darren and Dana Scholes, please report to the press box. Darren and Dana Scholes to the press box, please. Now batting for Haysville, the second baseman, number 15, Jack Cuccinara.
Jack Cuccinara, the hitter now for Haysville. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Scholes continues to work through the Aviators. His first pitch is outside. They're going to throw it down. Easton Kirk guns him down, trying to steal third, and that's the inning. What a that is Solomon. Man, I just can't get Solomon right. Give credit where credit is due. I'm not meaning to take anything away from Cole Solomon. Kirk is the designated hitter. So it is Cole Solomon who throws out the runner at third base. What a throw. And that is the inning. So Aviators get no runs on a hit, no Larks errors, and they don't leave any men on base. It is stretch time here at Larks Park in Hayes. Larks lead the Aviators 4-1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at Larks Park. Hackman back to the mound, getting you back a little late. Robinson lined out, I believe, to the third baseman, Williams. Hard hit ball, but just a nice play there by Williams to arrange to his left. And Wyatt Divis to the plate now for the Larks. No balls and a strike. And the 0-1 is up and out to Wyatt, and the count is even at 1. One ball, one strike from Andres Hackman to Wyatt Divis. Here comes the pitch to Divis, fouled up and out of play over to the left, over the Larks bullpen, and it's 1-2. A good night, really, for Andres Hackman, all things considered.
Pitched pretty well.
4 runs on 9 hits. If not for John Rensel Jr., this game would be tied at 1. So I mean, he is the Lark that Hackman's had some trouble with tonight. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Divis, low and in, ball 2. And that one's
Pretty hard hit.
fouled off, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 to Divis. Off speed, stays away, and the count is full here to Wyatt with 1 out in the 7th. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff pitch from Andres Hackman. Divis lays off, takes a fastball high, and that is ball 4. So Wyatt Divis is aboard with a walk, and the Larks have a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring Easton Kirk back to the plate for the Larks.
3 for 3, 2 runs scored. Single, double.
Easton is 3 for 3 tonight. He has a pair of singles, a double, and 2 runs scored. So Easton hasn't been on base quite as many times in the last few games as Rensel, but he is hitting the ball every bit as hard, just not finding as many holes as he is lined out and flied out to the wall and just kind of all over the place, but he's hitting the ball very well right now for the Larks. He's seeing everything as he likes to swing first pitch. So if he gets one here from Hackman in the zone here, he's going to be hacking. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a strike. That one caught the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Off speed, stays away, and the count is even at 1-1. Here comes that 1-1 to Kirk. Fastball again, and Kirk knew it. He knows he should have offered it that one. But he takes, and the count is 1-2. And that's why you get 3. So Easton digs back in on the left side, awaiting the 1-2 from Andres Hackman. Wyatt Divis leads from first, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Off speed, into right field. That's a base hit for Easton Kirk. Divis is going to round second on his way to third, and he's going to be in there standing up. A base hit for Easton Kirk. He is 4 for 4 here tonight. And that'll put runners on the corners for the Larks here with 1 out in the 7th. Daryl Myers back to the plate now for the Larks. He had that marathon at bat last inning in the 6th at least 15 pitches before he finally singled to the right side. So he is 2 for 3. Pair of singles and a strikeout, has also scored a pair of runs.
Kirk scored them all.
So Smith is going to have another quick chat with Andres Hackman at the mound, seeing how they want to go about this. Double play is a possibility here for Haysville. Could potentially get themselves out of the inning. Here comes the first pitch to Myers. Off speed. In there for strike 1 on the outside corner. Wyatt Divis on third, Easton Kirk on first for the Larks. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Hayes leads Haysville 4-1 here in game number 1 of a 3-game weekend Jayhawk League series. Larks in first place at 10-4 in the league. Haysville in 7th at 5-12. Here comes the 0-1 to Myers. He fouls that one off, and it is 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 to Myers. Fly ball down the line. That's fouled in left field. It will get out of play into the Larks bullpen, and the count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 again to Myers. He's going to lay off that curveball. A nice job there by Daryl not to chase in the dirt. And the count is 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Myers drills it to right field. Back goes the right fielder, Nogalski. It's gone. Daryl Myers, a 3-run home run for the Larks. And they blow it open here in the 7th. It is 7-1 on Daryl Myers' second home run of the summer. And the crowd loves it here in Hayes. Reduced price beverages for the 3rd time tonight for the Larks. And that's going to do it for Andres Hackman. A nice job there by Hackman tonight, giving him 6 1/3, but Daryl Myers gives him a nice departing gift as he is going to leave here in the 7th. Haysville is going to make a call to the bullpen. Larks Park and be right back.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network. You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we're back here at Larks Park. New pitcher for the Aviators is number 12, Austin Smith, out of Southwestern College. He will face John Rensel Jr. as he misses with the first two, but comes back there and gets a strike. 2-1 the count here on Rensel. And John's going to ground it to the third baseman, Williams, who makes a nice sliding stop, but he throws high. And that's going to be an error on the third baseman, Nigel Williams, and John Rensel Jr. is going to be aboard here with 1 out in the 7th.
The right fielder, Clayton Raspberry.
That'll bring Clayton Raspberry back to the plate for the Larks. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Here comes the first pitch from Smith in there for strike one. As that one misses to Raspberry to even the count at 1. And now Smith is going to check on Rensel over there at first base. Here comes the 1-1 to Raspberry. And he's going to foul it off to the left over the press box. And it's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 to Clayton. In the dirt, past the catcher, Smith, and Rensel is going to take second base on the pass ball. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Clayton Raspberry. John Rensel in scoring position now for Hayes, already on top 7-1 here in the 7th inning. Here comes the pitch to Clayton. inside and low. And Clayton takes ball 3. The count is now full. He's going to dig back in on that left side. Here comes the payoff pitch. Strike 3 is called. Outside corner. Raspberry is down on strikes. And there's 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Coming to the plate now for the Larks, the catcher, number 3, Cole Solomon. Solomon is 1 for 2, had an RBI base hit back in the 6th inning. Comes the 1-0. As that one is popped up on the infield, now into shallow center, and now the shortstop, Gutierrez, is going to come back onto the turf and make the catch to retire the side. However, the Larks get 3 more thanks to the big blast by Daryl Myers, and they extend the lead. We have played 7 here at Larks Park. Larks on top of the Aviators, 7-1.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Larks. Larks! I'll be rooting for the Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Larks. Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Larks. Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
And we are back here at Larks Park, top of the 8th inning, 7-1. Larks on top of the Aviators. New pitcher for the Larks is number 22, Mason Myrie. As it is 1 ball and a strike here to Jack Cuccinata. And he's going to pop that one way to the left, out of play for strike 2.
Do you want any other pitching?
Toby Scholes tonight goes 1 inning, no runs on a hit, no walks, no strikeouts, faced 4 batters. So a good 7th by Toby, and now Larks getting some more pitchers some work here tonight with a 6-run lead. as they are an inning and a half away from extending their lead in the Jayhawk League up to a full game over Liberal. As Myrie's curveball misses just a bit outside. He thought it was strike 3. But it is a ball, and the count is full here to Cuccinata. Here comes the payoff pitch from Mason Myrie. Line softly to Colby Robinson at short. He will range into his right, make the play, and there's one out here in the top of the 8th inning. That'll bring Damon Nixon to the plate now for Haysville. So Nixon will dig in from the right side this time, so it appears as if he is a switch hitter. As he'd been digging in from the left, I'm pretty sure, so far tonight. But he was in from the right side. He swings through a Myrie fastball that tails away. And it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 from Mason. Off speed, misses a bit high, and that'll even the count at 1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that one is low and inside. 2 balls and a strike here to the Aviators' first baseman. And that'll trigger Cole Solomon just to trot out and have a quick word with his pitcher, Myrie, here before he delivers the 2-1 to Nixon. Here comes that 2-1 from Myrie. Fastball, swing and a miss by Nixon. He was way behind that Myrie fastball, and the count is 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back by Nixon, and he's going to stay alive. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the Aviators' 8th. Here comes the pitch from, well, now Myrie's going to step off and take time. And that ball is lined to right field. Raspberry is tracking it. He will make the play in the gap in right center. A ball hit very hard by Nixon, but he is out number 2 here in the 8th.
Cassandra Slife and Nathan Leglider. The right fielder, number 25, Zach Nogowski.
That'll bring Zach Nogowski to the plate now for the Aviators. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Here comes Myrie's first pitch, upstairs for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 from Mason. That one is low and away. And it is 2 balls and no strikes. (2-0) up and in. 3 balls and no strikes here to Nogowski. The 3-0 pitch from Myrie. A fastball. That one is in there for strike 1. Just caught the lower outside corner.
Yeah, you got to be back to that.
And now that one is fouled off, so Myrie comes back and works the count full here after falling behind 3-0. Here comes the payoff pitch to Nogowski. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. And that is the inning. Mason Myrie comes out of the pen and works a 1-2-3 top of the 8th for the Larks. We have played 7.5 here at Larks Park. Hayes Larks on top of the Aviators, 7-1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's going
Back with you at Larks Park, bottom of the 8th inning here on this Friday night. 7-1 Larks lead as Matt Munoz is going to get her started here for Hayes in the 8th. New pitcher for the Aviators is going to be number 18, Justin Sosa. And Munoz is even 1-1 in the count here to begin the 8th inning. Here comes the pitch. Upstairs and outside, ball 2. So the
Everybody clap your hands.
Larks are just a half inning away here from extending their lead in the Jayhawk League and improving to 11-4. And Munoz is going to pop that one up into the crowd over there behind the concession stand. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Matt Munoz. Here comes the pitch from Sosa, up and away. And Munoz has worked the count full here to begin the 8th inning. Leadoff hitter Ryan Randall waits on deck for the Larks. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fouled off there by Matt. He's going to stay alive, see another one. Here it comes once again from Sosa. Inside, ball 4, and Matt Munoz is aboard here to lead off the 8th inning for the Larks. And that'll turn the lineup card over. Ryan Randall comes back to the plate for the Larks.
The left fielder, Ryan Randall.
tough night for Ryan tonight. He's 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts and a ground out, but Ryan has been a good hitter in that leadoff spot here in the few games that he has been in it. As he swings through that low Sosa fastball and falls behind, no balls and a strike. Just Wednesday night in Dodge, he was 4 for 6 with a home run and 4 RBIs from that leadoff spot. So here's the 0-1 from Sosa, strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Ryan Randall. And Ryan's going to foul that one off and stay alive and see himself another pitch. And in a game that's not really that close and 10 minutes from 10 o'clock here on a Friday night, the park is still fairly full. A lot of people have stuck around here tonight to watch the Larks close this one out. Here comes the 0-2 again to Randall. Down he goes. The 4th strikeout of the night for Ryan Randall, and there's one out here in the bottom of the 8th. Colby Robinson back to the plate now for the Larks, as he takes ball number 1 from Justin Sosa. 1 out, Matt Munoz leads from first base. And that one is in there, and the count is 1-1. Sosa's ready. Here comes the 1-1 to Robinson. Swing and a miss by Colby. And he falls behind 1-2. Colby has 1 hit and 4 chances tonight. He had a double back in the 5th inning. Also lined sharply to the 3rd baseman back in the 7th. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Sosa. Outside, ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Larks shortstop. Matt Munoz leads from first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Larks on top of the Aviators, 7-1. Here comes the 1-2. Popped up on the infield in foul ground. Over comes Nixon towards the dugout. He will make the catch down into a slide. And Robinson is the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 8th. And Wyatt Divis will come to the plate now for the Larks. 1 man on, 2 men out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Actually, there is just 1 out. I don't know what I'm doing. Munoz was the leadoff hitter. Or no, Ryan Randall was out. Yeah, so yeah, there is 2 outs. Getting confused by the scoreboard. I should trust myself instead of the scoreboard. So there is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. As it's 1-0 to Divis as he takes low and away for ball 2. Two and 0. Here comes the pitch from Justin Sosa to Wyatt Divis. And that is low, 3-0. And Wyatt looks to keep the inning alive here, trying to get on board with 2 outs for the Larks here in the 8th. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Sosa. Low. Oh, that one caught the zone for strike number 1. Looked a little bit low, but it was called a strike, so Divis still in a good hitter's count. Here comes the 3-1. outside. Oh. And that is called strike 2, but that was not on the plate. That was not on the plate. But it is called a strike, and the count is now full to Divis. So Sosa might have gotten away with the last 2 pitches he's thrown. But the count is full. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner. High, ball 4. And the Larks have a pair of base runners here with 2 outs in the 8th. So no harm, no foul as Divis trots on down to first base. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Easton Kirk.
Designated hitter, Easton Kirk.
Easton is 4 for 4 here this evening for the Larks. He has 3 singles, a double, and he has scored 3 runs. So he's going to dig in to face Sosa. First pitch, a curveball low for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes here to the Larks. DH, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. 2 runners on. Here comes the pitch. Kirk's going to
5 for 5.
ground it into right field. That's a hit. Here comes Munoz around third. The throw is late. That is an RBI single, and now the throw from the catcher to second base is wild. So that's going to be an RBI single for Easton Kirk. And the Larks are going to pick up another run on the throwing error by the catcher, Byron Smith. So it is 9-1. Hayes here in the bottom of the 8th.
The second baseman, the beverage batter, Darryl Myers.
Darryl Myers back to the plate now for the Larks. He homered his last time up. Drove in 3 with that shot. He's got a chance to bring in another one as Easton Kirk leads from third. Myers is going to ground the first pitch to the first baseman, Nixon, who's going to take it himself to retire Myers, and that is the inning. So the Larks pick up 2 runs on the RBI single by Easton Kirk, and then the error on the throw by the catcher, Smith. We have played 8 complete innings here at Larks Park. Hayes in control, leads the Aviators 9-1.
Wanna be one. I call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark.
And we are back here at Larks Park, top of the 9th inning. New pitchers on the mound for the Larks. Not sure who it is. He wears the number 35. I'm going to guess it's Shane Browning, just because of the way he throws and also because he wears number 21 in the other jerseys. And I'm going to go ahead and throw an educated guess out there that they don't have a 21 in this blue camo. But we're going to find out here real quick for you who's pitching. I'm going to go with Shane Browning, so we will see if I am correct. So we will find out here for you shortly. Luke Giacchetta is the leadoff hitter. And now Solomon's going to try and walk something off here. I'm not sure what's going on here as Coach Leo comes out and follows him to the dugout. And I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe he's going to get a different glove or something. Not sure what's going on here with Solomon. I kind of missed the last pitch. But anyway, while we have one more quick break in the action, I'll take this opportunity to one more time thank the stream sponsors so far this season for the Larks. Robin and Mike Myers, Santiago and Nilda Munoz, and John and Sally Rensel. Thank you so much for your generous donation to the Larks Diamond Club and the Larks live stream. So 1 ball, 1 strike as the pitch is delivered in there for a strike, and I was correct. New pitcher for the Larks is Shane Browning. He wears 35 tonight as he delivers that pitch low to Giacchetta, and it's 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped up into right field. That one is drifting out of play. Foul. And the count will remain 2-2. Here to Luke Giacchetta.
Shane Browning.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch once again from Shane Browning. Swing and a miss. Down goes Giacchetta. And there's 1 out here in the top of the 9th.
The third baseman, number 9, Nigel Williams.
Nigel Williams to the plate. Now for Haysville. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. That ball is flied out to Raspberry in right, fairly deep, but Clayton has it tracked. He will make the play. And there's 2 outs here in the 9th.
The left fielder, number 7, Carter Cross.
Carter Cross to the plate now for the Aviators. He is their last chance. Here comes the first pitch from Browning. That one misses low, ball 1. The 1-0 is upstairs for ball 2. as Browning gets a strike across. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Nigel Williams. And he's going to foul that one off over to the right. And the Aviators are down to their final strike of the evening. As Browning steps back on the rubber, working out of the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that one misses inside. The count is now full here from Browning to Williams. Actually, that's Carter Cross, excuse me. Just a batter off. Williams was a fly out to Raspberry, so and I even said Carter Cross was the batter, so yeah, I don't know. But 3-2 from Shane Browning to Carter Cross. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fouled off, and Cross will stay alive. Here comes the payoff pitch once again. Low and in the turf. That is ball 4. And Carter Cross is going to take a 2-out walk here for the Aviators in the top half of the 9th. So Byron Smith, actually that's going to be a pinch hitter for the Aviators. Darian Williams will step in to pinch hit here for Byron Smith and the Aviators. Digs in on the right side to face Browning. Here comes the first pitch. Strike number 1 as he caught the outside corner. Here comes the pitch from Shane. Fouled off by Williams, and the Aviators are down to their final strike here this evening. Williams is back in. Browning gets his sign from Cole Solomon. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Down goes Williams, and this ball game is over.
It's a final, the Larks 9.
Larks take game 1 from the Aviators, 9-1 here tonight at Larks Park.
And 2 errors for Haysville.
Hayes improves to 17-5 on the season. 11-4 in the Jayhawk League. In first place, all by themselves, 1 game ahead of the BJs. Winning pitcher tonight for the Larks is Michael Wong. He improves to 3-0 on the season. He goes 6 innings, gives up 1 run on 5 hits, walks 1, strikes out 7. Losing pitcher tonight for the Aviators is Andres Hackman. He goes 6 1/3, gives up 7 runs on 12 hits, strikes out 6, walks 2. So Larks take game 1 from the Aviators. These 2 clubs are right back here tomorrow evening for game 2 at Larks Park. Once again, 7 p.m. first pitch. We will be with you right here on HayesLarks.org, 6:45. Get your lineups and everything squared away for first pitch. Once again, Larks 9-1 winners over Haysville tonight here at Larks Park. Hope everybody has a good rest of the evening. We will see you tomorrow. Good night from Larks Park.